how are you able to manage the different stages, the different life stages of this poultry in this kind of system?
And chicken have different life stages. So in order to cover them, they also need different care and management practices. So we have a brooder house where we start off the poultry and for the young chicks. So we keep them there for depending on the breed as well. So for the layers, they'll go for 6 months before you get them out into, so they start laying eggs and start just walking around and on pasture. So for the broilers, we just feed them on pasture because they take a shorter time to stay on farm. So they spend about 2 months. So for them, we just take them out in the 3rd week, and then they start feeding. We feed them on organic supplements, and also let them out in a controlled area we call pasture plots. Then they'll just feed on pasture as we supplement in the morning and in the evening with organic nutrients. So for the layers, they will, after the 6 months, they will come out in pasture. So we put them in these mobiles, which will move every 2 days. So they'll have where they lay eggs in there. So they will, during the day, they'll just spend the day walking freely outside, picking whatever they find. But in the evening, we take them back and just protect them from predators and wild animals.
So do you do hatching yourself?
At the moment on farm, we don't. We haven't focused more on hatching. So we only hatch ducks. We collect duck eggs and hatch by ourselves. We have a small incubator, so we are not able to do hatching for layers. So what we at the moment we are sourcing these 1-day-olds from organic suppliers. So these are somebody else, different suppliers, organic suppliers do to us. Then we start off the process from 1-day-old.
What is the population of the poultry that you have, all combined?
So for the layers, we have about 450. And then for broilers, we have quite a number of them, about 600. Yeah, so, and then we collect about 10 trays of eggs, 7 to 10 trays of eggs daily.
This kind of system allows the chicken to be all over, during the day. How are you able to monitor if there is a sickness, if there is one that is not feeding properly? How do you go about that?
Yeah, so in order to ensure proper management and control of diseases in this kind of system, free-range system, so we normally have specific times to just monitor the birds, especially this is during feeding, supplementing time, especially in the morning, around 7:30 when you're taking their feed, you check on any incidences. So you also check to ensure that the chickens are okay. So this just based on their physical activities and outlook. Yeah, so that's how if there's any incident, then we start addressing. If there's an incidence of like mites and stuff, then we prepare for action.
How do you go about moving the chickens, from one plot to the next, having to move around the feeders and the drinkers? How do you handle that?
So in livestock, so for you to manage diseases, like what we do with these big numbers we have for poultry, is normally what we ensure like our management practice is very efficient. So that's one way you can try and avoid diseases. So trying to ensure that the feeders and drinkers are clean, the system is working nicely, the movement of cages to avoid them stay in one place for a long time, so that helps with avoiding diseases. Then we've also tried and tested homemade pesticides that we do from our organic shamba. So we just mix in pepper, dill, ginger, just a mix of different herbs that helps boost the immunity and also help with the chicken to just grow well and avoid diseases. So also the organic way of pesticide to control pests as well. So it's just an integrated way of managing pests and diseases to our poultry to ensure you keep the system organic. And yeah, we normally do weekly work plans, so this will help with planning weekly activities. So that's one way to ensure that what needs to be done is done at the right time and the specific dates. Then we ensure that we have a feeding regime, so that has been incorporated into the system. So we also work as a team, so everyone knows his or her role in taking care of the poultry, what needs to be done and where. So just to keep the system efficient, we engage everyone as a team to take part in different activities, different roles. Yeah, so this is where they stay. They lay eggs as well. So they take turns in laying eggs in these egg cages. So you see some of them coming in and getting out. As you can see, this is one of our chicken mobile. It has fixed tire and a winch that we use to just turn them, move them around this pasture plot. So we keep moving them around all over every 2 days. Then at the end of 2 months, we have the cycle complete. Yeah, so at Ololo Farm, we have one core value, which is care. So we care for the people and the environment, and we are happy, and our mission and vision for the farm is to be a model for sustainable farming practices. Then so what we do is we have agri-tourism, so we encourage people to just come on farm, learn the different practices, see what works and what they can pick and learn in this kind of system. Yeah, so we offer, the farm is an open farm. You can come learn. If you're interested in poultry farming, you come learn the different aspect of poultry farming. So normally learning is by action. You come engage, you get the experience on farm, you come collect eggs, you come move the cages, you come feed, so you learn the process by doing it. Then, so we really encourage most farmers to pick up this kind of system, because it's very efficient in terms of time and cost. So using nutrients, recycling nutrients on farm and using them for different purposes helps save on cost and yeah, and improves on your productivity. So just to avoid the common tendency that farmers are producers of waste. So because most of the food now from research is that a lot of food produced for human consumption by farmers goes to waste. So trying to apply these sustainable farming practices, you're utilizing waste to produce chicken feed. You're also trying to be efficient in terms of like utilizing the same plants to manage diseases, boost immunity for your chicken. So yeah, I think this is a very interesting way to just farm in nature, in a natural way. So which has both socio-economic benefits and also environmental benefits. And this is the future of farming.
Thank you so much for staying with us. That is where we wrap up the show today. And I believe that you've learned quite a lot on how you can be able to raise your poultry on an organic-based nutrients program. My name is Susan Mwangi, and until next time, it's bye-bye from us.